Hey guys, Liv here again, and today I am doing a painting collection reveal. So if you guys didn't know this about me, I do a lot of painting. I've been doing painting since I was like a small kid, maybe like 8 or so, and I've done like every single medium at this point. I've done watercolor, acrylic, Chinese brush painting, digital art, sketching, oil pastel, you name it. But today I'm going to show you guys my acrylic painting collection. So the first painting I have in this big pile here, oh my god, everything's falling, is, okay, this is actually a struggle. I have a bunch of paintings. I have this whole stack that I'm gonna go through one by one and just explain like what it is and what it was, the inspiration behind it, and just do a little art sharing. So the first one is this Spanish Conquistador. I always get my painting references from Pinterest, which is where I find all the hot guys that I love to paint. I literally only paint males because I just find that it's very therapeutic to like look at a nice face, nice body, and just paint for hours. So this one is just a man with a, what is this called? A drape? A cape? And I don't know, I really like this one because it's kind of like a museum-worthy piece in my opinion. I think I really like the shades I did on the face. I like all the shadows and the highlights that I did on the shirt too. So that's painting one. Oh, and these are smaller paintings, by the way. I don't know the exact inches, but there's like two sizes. There's like this size and there's this size. So these are the two smaller paintings I did. This is one of Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders. I really love Cillian Murphy, and he's probably my favorite actor. So I just had to do this painting of Thomas Shelby with like the haircut and the blue eyes. I really love painting the blue eyes, and I love like the really jarring cheekbone that he has. It's just such a signature look. And I know this is kind of like a boring portrait painting, but I still like it because, well, it's Cillian Murphy. I love Cillian Murphy. And then I have a painting of something Konstantin, what's his last name? Somov did? Yeah, Konstantin Somov. It's of the boxer. And it's like a replica of his painting that he did of Boris. So this one is really cool too, I think. I like the details that I did in the back with like the mirror and like the boxing gloves and like the half-naked man. This is like a painting for my eyes only. So I can't really display this outside because of the students that will come to the house and see like half-naked men painting and question whether I'm actually sane as a piano teacher. Then this one is the most recent painting I did. If you guys follow my Instagram, it's on my story and I showed it yesterday. But this is of Rysand or Zayden Ryerson. Either of the two work because they're both fantasy male characters who have black hair and tattoos. So I really like the blue shade I did here. It's like a very moody painting. I think this is supposed to be like a flag. Also a reference I found on Pinterest. But it was really hard to do like the tattoo detailing just because like I needed my brush to be so thin. And I wanted the details to be like as fine as possible, but it was really hard to do with acrylic paint just because of the texture. But yeah, this is a picture of the hot male I did yesterday, and on to the next. This one is of a steampunk warrior angel, and this one is probably the most detailed painting I've ever done. Like, look at all the armor details and the wing details. This actually took forever to get like the shade right for the wings on the back and to do like all this tiny detailing of the wing definition. So I really like this painting too. But it's like, I've just displayed this so much outside and I'm kind of sick to look at it, but I'd probably say this is one of the most effort I've put in a painting. And then, oh, this one, this has some history to it. This is of Mango. I used to just paint like blonde males with green eyes, or like just draw them or sketch them because I was so obsessed with Mango. But I think I'm needing a new muse now because this painting needs to be like destroyed. But it's still a nice painting regardless. It's It's like one of the only paintings I've done in like a green shade with a green theme, and I think that the green really matches like the blonde. Then I have this painting, which is another Pinterest reference. All of these are Pinterest references. This is of Prince Cassius from Red Rising. I think that this is probably not one of my favorite paintings just because I didn't spend a lot of time on the detailing. Like, I know the shirt looks kind of fancy, but the background was really rushed and the face is like mediocre to me. I think I could do better, but nevertheless, this is a painting of a prince. And then this was probably the first painting I've ever done acrylic since like starting all these paintings. First as in like a few years ago, maybe like 2024, January, I think. But this is just a man on a horse, and I like this a lot because of the horse. My mom likes this painting the most because of the horse, and it's just not like a male face, which is what I like to paint, but it's also a prince in the forest on a horse. And then I have this lawyer with a glass of water or wine probably. I had one of my students when I was teaching piano, they were like, oh my god, Miss Olivia, the water looks clear, how'd you do it? And honestly, I don't even know. I just like put some yellow tone and with the black and with some gray. This is kind of boring on this side just because there's not a lot of detail and had to be all black, but it's one of the okay paintings that I did. And then I have one that I like completely didn't want to put in a lot of effort in just because I was lazy. I don't know, it's kind of like a cyberpunk sort of piece with the blue and red theme. Like, it's very contrasting, but I really didn't spend a lot of time on the details, so this is probably like down there for my favorite pieces. And my favorite piece, I would say, is probably so far the first one. Yeah, the first one. And lastly, I have this painting of, I don't even know who this is. Some people say it looks like someone from The Witcher, which I've never watched that show before, but I used this as my Discord profile picture. I just thought it was a cool, like, muscular back with a lot of contrast and definition, and I like how I did the background of this too. It looks very, like, angelic and heavenly. And then last but not least, I have a huge painting. I have a massive train station. So this one, I didn't put in a lot of detail either just because I got lazy and it was so big to do. Like, it's literally the size of me. So up close, there's like a grandfather clock. There's some shading for the lighting, and then there's some people and there's some ground. But even my piano student was like, this looks like an unfinished painting, you should put more effort in it, Miss Olivia. I'm like, okay. Honestly, I didn't want to put in a lot of effort in this, but it's a big painting, so I guess like the bigness, the grandness of it like makes up for the lack of detail, so it's like very display worthy. But honestly, I'd say my favorite painting would be either, oh my god, the Boxer or the Spanish Conquistador. And I know I didn't really like name all the other pieces, but I just wanted to show you guys my painting collection because a lot of people are surprised that I do painting, and it's something like I share on my Instagram story highlights, but I haven't really announced on my channel. So yeah, that's another fun fact about me. I do a lot of painting, and I have a lot of other stuff like Chinese painting, sketching, anime art, but that stuff is not as impressive as like a finished product that you can like see. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye.